Today we are talking about one of the most legendary tactical stealth games ever created, IGI 2, Covert Strike. Many old gamers still remember this game because it was not just another simple shooter. IGI 2 was different. It focused on stealth, patience, planning, and realistic combat instead of non-stop action. Even after so many years, this game still has a special feeling that makes players return to it again and again. The first thing you notice when launching IGI 2 is the serious atmosphere. The game immediately gives you the feeling that you are part of a dangerous military operation. There are no colorful arcade effects or unrealistic powers. Everything feels grounded and tactical. You play as a secret agent completing dangerous missions around the world, and every mission feels important. Back when this game released, the graphics were actually impressive. The environments were large, detailed, and open compared to many games from that time. You could travel through forests, military bases, snowy mountains, secret facilities, and many other locations. Each mission looked unique and gave players a different experience. Even today, the atmosphere still feels strong because of the lighting, sound design, and mission style. One of the biggest reasons why IGI 2 became popular is because the game rewards smart gameplay. Running directly into enemies usually ends badly. Enemies are dangerous and can eliminate you quickly if you are careless. Because of this, players must move slowly, check corners, observe guard patrols, and plan attacks carefully. This creates tension during every mission. Stealth is a huge part of the experience. Sometimes the best choice is avoiding enemies completely instead of fighting everyone. Using silenced weapons, hiding behind objects, and sneaking into enemy territory makes the gameplay exciting. There are moments where you feel nervous while trying not to trigger alarms, and that tension makes the missions memorable. Key sound effects also help create immersion. Gunshots sound powerful, alarms create panic, and footsteps make every movement feel important. Even though the game is old, the audio design still supports the tactical atmosphere very well. Small details like radio communication and enemy voices add life to the missions. Another thing many players love is the freedom inside missions. The game often allows different ways to complete objectives. You can choose aggressive combat, silent stealth, long-range sniping, or careful infiltration. This freedom makes missions replayable because players can experiment with different strategies. Of course, modern players may notice some outdated mechanics. The controls can feel old, and the graphics are no longer modern, but these things do not destroy the experience. In fact, many fans enjoy the classic style because it reminds them of an era when games focused more on challenge and gameplay depth. Overall, IGI 2 creates a unique experience that still stands out today. It combines stealth, action, strategy, and tension in a way that many modern shooters no longer do. That is why this game continues to be remembered as a true classic among tactical shooter fans. One of the strongest parts of IGI 2, Covert Strike, is definitely its gameplay. Unlike many fast-paced shooters where players simply run forward and shoot everything, IGI 2 forces you to think carefully before making decisions. Every mission feels like a military operation where planning matters more than speed. The game gives players many different weapons to use, and each weapon has its own purpose. Silenced pistols are useful for stealth situations where you want to quietly eliminate enemies without alerting nearby guards. Assault rifles are better during open combat, while sniper rifles become extremely important during long-range engagements. Sniping in IGI 2 feels satisfying because the large maps allow players to observe enemy positions from far away before attacking. One thing that makes the gameplay exciting is how dangerous enemies can be. Guards react quickly to suspicious sounds, alarms, and gunfire. If you make mistakes, enemies may surround your position from multiple directions. This creates intense moments where survival depends on smart movement and fast reactions. The game punishes careless gameplay, which makes successful stealth feel rewarding. The mission design is also impressive. Every mission feels different from the previous one. Some missions focus heavily on stealth and infiltration, while others include larger combat sections. There are missions where you sneak into heavily guarded bases, rescue important targets, hack computers, destroy enemy equipment, or escape dangerous situations. Because objectives constantly change, the game rarely feels repetitive. Another reason why IGI became memorable is the atmosphere during missions. Many levels feel isolated and tense. Sometimes you move quietly through dark areas while enemies patrol nearby. Other times you explore snowy mountains or enemy compounds filled with danger. The game creates a feeling that you are truly behind enemy lines without support. Vehicles and environmental interactions also help keep the gameplay interesting. Certain missions allow players to use vehicles or special equipment, which adds variety. Players must constantly adapt to different situations instead of relying on only one strategy throughout the game. Difficulty is another major part of the IGI to experience. This game can be very challenging, especially for new players. There are moments where one small mistake can ruin an entire mission. Limited checkpoints sometimes force players to replay difficult sections again, which can become frustrating. However, many fans believe this difficulty is one reason why victories feel satisfying. The AI system was also impressive for its time. Enemies investigate suspicious activity and react to alarms in believable ways. This makes stealth more exciting because players must carefully avoid detection. Even though the AI may look old compared to modern games, it still creates pressure during gameplay. Overall, the gameplay of IGI remains one of its biggest strengths. The combination of stealth mechanics, tactical combat, mission variety, and tense atmosphere creates an experience that still feels unique today. This is not a game where players simply turn off their brains and rush forward. It rewards patience, awareness, and strategy, which is why many gamers still respect it as a classic tactical shooter. And that's it for today's review. But this is only the beginning. From now on, IGI 2, Covert Strike will become part of my content with missions, stealth gameplay, action moments, and classic tactical gameplay videos. So if you love IGI 2, get ready, because many more videos are coming soon on this channel.
I wondered who was making such a racket. What would I do without you, Anya?
Someone's gotta take care of you.